Hi everyone, it's Paul from hack.com. In this tutorial I'm going to teach you a little bit about Python and a little bit about a Linux command called Wget. It's a very useful command that's going to allow me to save a whole lot of time getting all of these files. So I have here all the way back to June 2011 the developer discussion archive for Bitcoin. I'm currently researching an article that I'm writing for another job. And so I want to get all of these text files in one spot so that I can then compile them and have one searchable document. Now, as you can see, it would not be actually that huge of a document by today's standards. In any case, I really don't have the time or gumption to go through and download each of these. So I tracked down a Python wrapper. This is just a basic, there's nothing really wizardy going on here. This would be a great Python script to start with. So you see here we're just pulling in a couple of libraries. Now this is the only line you may need to change during your use of this script, and it has to do with how much bandwidth you have. If you're trying to download like a million 1 gigabit files, for instance, you wouldn't want to do 15 at a time. You'd want to do maybe 6 at a time. If there are a lot of small files like I have, I could do infinity. I could do any number. I'm doing 15 just to keep the server relatively satisfied with me, I suppose. For the purposes of this tutorial, we're not going to go into any find operations. We're not going to go into any renaming or anything like that. We're just going to go ahead and make a quick list of all of these different files. So I noticed that it just did like that, with the year and the month name and a dash, and that was it. And that's really simple, and that's an easy example. Any kind of large directory where there were a ton of files you needed to get your hands on quickly. So that's the overwhelming point of this. So I've created a text file which just has no special formatting, just on each line the name of a file that's going to be accessed, right? So then I'm going to pull up a terminal. So we're going to say Python wgetmany.py Bitcoin, and there's only one file named Bitcoin, so it'll easily find that, and we'll just say boom. And what? Did you see that? Just like that, all those files. Basically, the next thing I'm going to do, just for your benefit, is I'm going to take these 50-odd months worth of documents, I'm going to compile them using another Python script, all down into one text file, and then I'll be able to easily search between each of the messages any keywords that I may be looking for in my research. So you can see this says wide application. That's all I'm using it for here. This is going to pipe it a lot quicker using Wget and Python than you're going to be able to do through HTTP in your browser. It's just going to be faster. You saw how incredibly fast that was and how streamlined. And if I always did it this way, I could obviously develop a little more around it. I could have some more advanced commands to it, but pretty much all this script is needing to do at the moment, and all it is doing at the moment, is reading this text file and grabbing each file and putting it in the directory that you're in. So that's about all the time I have for right now, but I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and I really hope that this little tutorial on Python and some basic Linux command things and whatnot, I hope that this helps you at some point in the future. I hope that you found this tutorial because you needed it, and I quickly solved the problem you were having. Have a great day.